The other side of our talk about innovation is entrepreneurship, and I want to flush out the spirit of entrepreneurship. I mean, we have our icons in our mind of Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or the guys in the room that created Facebook or Google or what have you. But where does the spirit of the entrepreneur, and then as it relates to innovation, is there innovation-based entrepreneurship in the company? Where do you find those entrepreneurs, and how does it come about?
Well, that's an excellent question, and I would say from a leadership perspective, that's one of the most important questions you can ask. And I would start by saying there's a lot of research and experience that shows us that people either tend to be really good at the near-term execution of the business to make the ball bearing perfect off the manufacturing line every time, or they're good at looking at the future, building strategy, thinking about the things that maybe haven't happened yet, and going out and dealing with the uncertainty to try and winnow this down into the right thing. These are two very different contexts. Different people are good at each one. They love one over the other. And the great organizations are able to have homes for both of these kinds of people.
So Ken, how do you, as kind of in that project management role, you've got the entrepreneur, the captain of the ship in one area, and then you've got everybody in the bowels of the boat that are doing the rowing and everybody on the deck. You must find lots of challenges between where business systems are challenged by the entrepreneur.
There are two types of project management. You can look at it that way. You talked about we have to get the ball bearings out. It's project management, a certain type of project management that you can just use to do that because it's ball bearings, it's things that we've done before. We can follow some of the same processes and procedures and so forth. With a few tweaks, you do the scheduling and so forth. But when you talk about innovation and managing a new business, and it is a project, you can use some of the same principles, but you don't pull out your Gantt chart and say, this is what I need to do and so forth. It's more of a relationship. It's more find out where you want to go and so forth. So there are two different things. I liken it to cooks and chefs. A cook would simply follow a recipe that's doing the ball bearings. I can get them out each time. A chef creates something new. I think sometimes program managers tend to say, this is my template. I would apply it to every single thing. And you can't do that and be successful. I've been in situations where they've just crashed and burned because I've done it myself, thinking that this should happen. And
the entrepreneur doesn't think that way.
Does not think that way, and and that's okay. Project management wants rigor. You told me this date, that date. Project manager, the entrepreneur doesn't think that way. Project management is flexible. It can adjust to that. It's not stayed.
But I want to add one piece of color to your commentary, Ken, because we don't want to give people the impression that that individual who's great at making everything the right way every time won't be creative, because that person might be very creative, insightful, even have an art to how they're doing what they're doing. But it's a very different environment with different objectives than creating a brand new product or building a brand new business.
Absolutely.